can't control you. They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
No, not you, man.
But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name.
You know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
Over the years, we've seen rappers blow up right after someone close to them dies. The timing keeps lining up a little too perfectly, and fans are beginning to wonder if it's coincidence or something darker. And somehow, Kanye West's name always finds its way into that conversation. Everybody knows the story. His mom, Donda West, passed away in 2007 after cosmetic surgery complications. Kanye was already rising fast, but after she died, his career exploded to a different level, and that's when people started connecting dots. And Kanye didn't make it any easier to ignore. He got on camera and said he sacrificed his mother. Then he started calling out the industry, the labels, and even legends like Dre. No filter, no fear, just saying the quiet part out loud.
I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody, right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mama ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm appreciative.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
And it didn't stop there. Kanye talked about how the industry tried to medicate him and allegedly take him out. Lithium, yeah, heavy doses. Same type of treatment Britney Spears and Michael Jackson went through. And we all saw what it did to them.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look.
They would have Michael Jackson.
He even mentioned his trainer, Harley Pasternak, threatening to get him locked back up and institutionalized if he didn't behave. And when people dug into Harley's background, it only fueled the fire. Dude had ties to Canadian military research, studying psychological operations. All the dots lined up in a way that made it look less like therapy and more like a weaponized system trying to keep Ye in check for speaking the truth.
Lucky enough to have him as my graduate advisor. And the area that I was interested in was how drugs in food affect muscular performance. And
when you say drugs, so that like performance enhancing drugs, are they
all
just
kinds of drugs.
Right, okay.
So working for the military, I wasn't governed by the same laws that the typical person was, so I could look at the impact of certain drugs that are not.
And the craziest part, Kanye's never walked any of this back, never apologized, softened the narrative. That refusal to retract is exactly why the whispers never die. Now, while Kanye has been loud about the industry dirt, speaking freely about the sacrifices, control, and the attempts to suppress him, other rappers in the game have handled things a little differently. They've been quiet, silent, which ain't even shocking, because as Cat Williams said, folks who play by the rules Hollywood won't admit they're selling their souls and getting initiated, and the ones who do speak up get labeled as mad, unstable, or under the influence.
You know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
The street talking about Drake now. Long before he became a global superstar, dude experienced loss that shaped the street's perception of his rise. A close uncle, a guiding figure in his early career, passes, and months before Take Care drops, another friend dies. Drake never mentioned these losses in conspiracy-heavy terms, and that silence is golden. It leaves space for the rumor mill to spin, for the energy exchange theories to float. The idea that Hollywood success comes at a cost, and the bigger your rise, the bigger the price. Travis Scott fits this pattern too. Before the world knew him as the high-flying, chart-topping star, he lost one of his closest friends during the early grind, someone who was with him through the studio nights, couch surfing, all the foundational hustle. After that loss, his entire brand took shape. Fans and gossip circles connect the dots between that personal loss and the meteoric rise that followed. And Travis has always leaned into dark, dystopian, almost ritualistic imagery in his visuals and stage designs, and social media thrives on connecting those dots. The internet been saying Travis Scott been giving ritual vibes for years. Astroworld already had the whole culture calling it ritual coded, and his new 2025 viral photo with Michelle Lamy got folks saying he doubled down visually. Dude damn near naked holding just a pillow. She's sitting across like some witch figure dressed in black. Streets saying Travis been showing his allegiance through imagery long before he ever spoke on it. Word is she one of them occult forces behind careers, and Travis been moving like a puppet to that darkness from jump. And now that Astroworld tragedy of 2021 don't feel like an accident anymore, but some sort of ritual. The streets saying that's why he didn't even feel truly sorry for what took place. One user wrote, Travis cried for the camera at the end of the concert in one breath, then went out to party with friends in the next breath. Another said, the only thing missing from his social media apology was an actual apology. Then there's 21 Savage. Loss is almost a constant in his story. He's lost friends, his brother, and the public has watched him grieve. In 2020, his younger brother TM One Way was stabbed to death in London. Publicly, 21 mourned heavily, posting tributes online, showing the depth of the pain. But the pattern in the industry conversation is hard to ignore. Word is, after each loss, 21's profile surged. Savage mode, XXL covers, global tours, collabs, Grammy buzz. People whisper about timing, patterns, initiation through loss, the way tragedy seems to precede major breakthroughs. And of course, Lil Durk, the man whose career seems almost intertwined with loss. King Von, his cousin, even his brother D Thang. Every time someone close passes, Durk's career takes a leap forward. Chicago's media narrative, already framed around violence and loss, amplifies the chatter. Every time someone around Durk dies, he gets bigger, fans whisper. Durk's energy is tied to loss, and like Drake, Travis, and 21, Durk rarely addresses the speculation. When King Von died, Durks went online mourning, calling Von his twin brother. But with every death, his profile skyrocketed. Albums went platinum, interviews went viral, features poured in. Some fans call it industry initiation, others call it strategy. None of it is confirmed, but the whispers, they're relentless. Now when you line all this up, Kanye speaking, Drake silent, Travis quiet, 21 Savage restrained, Durk keeping low, you start to see why the streets speculate. Loss isn't just loss anymore. In the narrative, the internet has built its initiation, a rite of passage, a signal that the artist has paid dues in a way that the industry only fully understands once a close circle member is gone. And whether these artists acknowledge it or not, the pattern is undeniable in the public eye. So what's really going on behind the rise of these rappers? Are these losses just tragic coincidences or part of a deeper initiation in the game? And if silence speaks louder than words, who's really playing by the rules and who's paying dues the public will never see? Drop your thoughts in the comments and click on this next video. It's just as crazy.